Do you experience something like challenges in your life? You know, where you have to survive, where you have physical things happening, where you have to take care of your body. You know, there's some things which maybe are not so blissful on one level. So how do you deal with that?
Well, none of this is blissful unless a blissful moment happens. If I'm sitting in the jacuzzi at our local swimming pool and I'm enjoying the warmth and the bubbles, then I find that very blissful. Mm-hmm. But this isn't a state separate to anything else where... and this isn't something I have that you don't have, because we are all it. Yes. There isn't a you and a me, you know, there is just oneness. That's just the illusion that there is. It's really thoughts arising. But so if challenges come up, I mean, Mandi has lots of challenges. Yes. Things like a body, like, for instance, in my story, ever since I've been little, I've had trouble with my knees. So I've had one leg in pot, you know, or the other, or just all of my life. And so have trouble walking and sometimes pain. And also suffer quite a bit from ME ever since I had glandular fever when I was 18, and can get exhausted and things. And but you see, whereas before these things used to seem challenges and everything, now, because there's no feeling other than this, what's happening, therefore there's no feeling that I should be doing something else, like, pardon me, I should be seeing the world, or I should be going off, or I should be doing some great service, or I should be doing... So the way that things are absolutely fine the way they are. So even if they're unhappy, sometimes unhappiness arises if I can't, you know, do as much as I want to do. But it doesn't stay long. It's all like water off a duck's back. Do you know what I mean? It's waterproof. But it can be enormous sorrow at the time, as I explained before, because a sorrowful feeling or an angry feeling can arise and fill everything and burn itself out very quickly, and then it's gone. So I move on through things pretty quick.
So what about physical pain? How do you experience physical pain?
I take painkillers. None of this new age stuff.
You don't put the crystal on your knee.
Oh, no. I mean, you know, I a lot of the things, that's interesting. If you don't mind, because that brings me on to something else, you see. I'll try and keep it in this tangent now. But work. Now, some people are really surprised or shocked that my work, you know, the way that I earn a living is from a few things. So I do healing. I do laying on of hands healing with body tuning. So I do overtone chanting through a pole on somebody's knee or whatever. And when I do that on my own, that does work, actually. Tibetan bowls. I also do something called the assemblage point, where you use a massive crystal and you beat them on the back, give them the old shamanic blow, which I love doing, and you know, and that's very, very centering, and it appears that the people that come seem to really, you know, get something. Now, the difference is, before this was seen or whatever, there was an eye that used to really feel that I had, I was invested in them getting well. They had come to me. It was my job and my responsibility to get them better. And if I can't get them better, then I'm a failure. You see, now that's what's fallen away. So that's why it's even nicer to do the work that I do now, and it seems to be more successful, because now there's nobody thinking that there's somebody that has to do anything. There's not even, this sounds awful, but I'll explain, that I don't even care whether they get better or not, because I know really it's all part of me anyway. There's nobody there anyway. It's all my imagination anyway. But and it's not even my imagination, it's just the way it is. Somebody arises, they ask me to relocate their assemblage point, which is sort of a supposedly epicentre of energy. They come back and tell me they feel a lot better. But I wasn't involved in it. Or they might say they haven't felt any better. Mostly, fortunately, they say they do. But the investment has gone. So when it comes to work, because people write to me and say, oh, but, you know, I've been a life coach, or I've done this, or I've done that, and really I should give that up now, shouldn't I? Now that, you know, I've heard about non-duality, you know, and I sort of say, no, because nothing changes, you know. I mean, if I'm in pain, you know, I take painkillers, or I might use some of my body tuning on it, whichever works best. And whatever you do, it's just as relevant. It's why not carry on? But you may find if it's truly dropped away for you, there's no actual feeling of investment or responsibility with it. But so life goes on the same. Yes.
So, and what is motivating you in life?
Well, I think I'm glad you asked that, because I don't think that's there anymore, you see. That motivating is something that pushes you on to do something else. And I don't have that, really. There isn't that.
Like a mission to help other people
not.
wake up?
No, not at all. Because
or what is motivating you getting up in the morning?
But the dog. I've got to get. Probably is it really?
Because I heard from Eckhart Tolle, for example, or I'm a big fan of Adyashanti.
Yes.
And they both said, really, if the outside wouldn't come in and pull them out, they wouldn't do anything. They just would sit there in a peaceful state, or blissed out, or whatever. So somehow something must motivate you to come out, because you need to earn your living. And
I don't even really think about it. I
suppose that's how that works.
No, well, I think they've put it probably much better than I could put it. That's a good way to put it, really. That some things just happen, arise. You see, there's no feeling of doing anything or making anything happen. So I get up, you know, when I wake up. No, that's not quite true, because I put the alarm on snooze, you know, and I have another 20 minutes. But then I get up. But I get up because that's what happens.
Yes.
And the dog wants to go out, and I enjoy walking the dog, so I go out, and the day starts to unravel. But if I could just sit there looking into space, I'd totally do that. That'd be lovely. But it doesn't always mean that things are blissful. You see, I think we have to just be careful with that, because this is what causes people that are listening to this or watching it to think that there is you and them. I'm miserable with all my thoughts, but you're in bliss all the time. The truth is that it's just not like that, because things are only blissful if it's blissful. Like, I think this is blissfully good fun talking to you, so this is really nice. But, you know, if then I fell down the stairs and hurt my knee, then there wouldn't be any bliss there. All there'd be would be pain, you know. So but I think not a blissful state, but the feeling of doing nothing would be lovely to me, you know, because it could just sit there, and some of it may be blissful, some of it may be falling asleep, you know. I also love watching telly. I mean, just the same. There's no difference between me. It's just all it is seeing this thing that's on the end of your nose. That's just, it's who you truly are. Yes.
So what would you say to us little seekers?
Yes. Making me sound separate again, impossible. Oh, dear. Yes, what were you saying? Sorry, Renate. What would I say to you, little seekers? Sorry to pat at you then.
Well, we are all little seekers till we dissolve into the